We are back to the drylands again. We are here in a different valley, far more different than the Ceratosaurus. Different from the other valleys we have seen. There, dinosaurs are way less common than the other valleys. You could almost say these valleys are almost lifeless. The only places where dinosaurs are at least a bit more common are in the forests of the drylands. Today we are focusing on a young female Euparcephalus, and due to the dry season, she has to head out to the open to go to the canyon. Unlike the other herbivores that usually hide in the forests from other predators or from the sun, Euparcephalus doesn't need to worry of both of them, because Euparcephalus and other ankylosaurids are built for a harsh environment. She has finally arrived to the canyon. Along with her are other two more herbivores, like this juvenile Stegosaurus and an adult male iguanodon. In these kinds of valleys, seeing dinosaurs in that much numbers is actually pretty rare to see. But looks like they are not alone. Looks like our herbivores are being ambushed by Utah raptors. It seems like more are coming. All three herbivores are being surrounded by Utah raptors. All of these raptors are being led by a very fierce leader that is now coming to finish them off. The Utah raptors, also known as the horde, are using a strategy to let the prey animals fall to the canyon. One of them has already fallen. Now two of them are left. The Stegosaurus tries to fight back, but there are too many of them. Now our Euparcephalus is the last one. One of the raptors is down. But that's nothing for the horde that is out of over 20 raptors. And looks like our Euparcephalus, like the others, has fallen. Now the raptors are running towards the entrance to go down to the canyon to eat the herbivores. But surprisingly, thanks to the armor, the Euparcephalus has survived. But now the Euparcephalus is now in a very dangerous position. With his body upside down, he is very vulnerable to many predators, even to scavengers. And that his back is down, he is very defenseless to predators. And Now, the scavengers are biting on her defenseless, vulnerable part of her body. But looks like help has arrived. 3 different kinds of herbivores are coming to the rescue. Our herbivores are running away from the dead dinosaurs as fast as possible before the raptors are arriving. Our Eupacephalus does not know what is happening right now, but sure she will have it explained later when she's arriving. And so, our herbivores are heading to the place where they were hiding. After a long travel, they have arrived next to an entrance to another territory. The Eupacephalus tries to use his opportunity to go over the canyon, but one of the herbivores stops him. The herbivores say every place where they usually go out of the canyon is guarded by many predators. The Eupacephalus understands and she is moving on. Good thing she didn't climb up this mountain, because this was leading to the territory of the Ceratosaurus, Sarah. So our herbivores are moving on. Along their journey, they meet different kinds of scavengers and predators, like these Dimetrodons. After a long travel, they have finally arrived to their secret hideout with some other herbivores. One of the herbivores is an adult male Ankylosaurus that is protecting the young little Hadrosaurus. But the third of them is nothing than a herbivore. It's a carnivorous Dromaeosaurus that had lost his pack a few weeks ago. All of these dinosaurs were the last survivors that survived from the Utahraptors from falling from the canyon. All of them, of course, were injured from the fall, but together they have to survive from many scavengers, like pterosaurs and scavengers. But one of the worst are the Dimetrodons that live in packs, like the Utahraptors. All of this happened since 3 weeks ago, since the arrival of the horde, and now all of the dinosaurs became the victims of the strategy of the horde. And now the last survivors have to care of each other and think of a plan to get out of this canyon. It looks like the Dimetrodons have now arrived again. But the Dimetrodons are few in numbers, so they have no chance to get even one of the herbivores. all of the herbivores are fending them off, while the baby hadrosaurus is standing back for protection. But that of course was a big mistake. The dromaeosaurus sees that the hadrosaurus is in big trouble. Though injured, the hadrosaurus had survived the attack thanks to the dromaeosaurus. And so the dimetrodons are backing away once again. And now the dromaeosaurus has proved that he can be trusted by all of the herbivores. A day has passed, and as usual, the dinosaurs are waking each other up. And all of the dinosaurs are now starting to eat on the plants that are growing from the canyon. But for the dromaeosaurus, because he is a predator, he has to find a way to feed himself, but in the same time work with herbivores. His strategy is looking in the canyon walls for burrowing creatures like little mammals and lizards. The dromaeosaurus was trapped into the canyon for many days. But when the herd has accepted him, that he has promised not to eat any one of them, he slowly made a big bond between him and the small hadrosaur that he is protecting. For many days, though, or every member of the small herd are always thinking of a perfect plan to get out of the canyon. There is one very safe way to get out, but it's guarded by Utah raptors. But even when they have finally gotten out from the canyon, they have to find help to get rid of the horde once and for all. But looks like their hiding place didn't last any longer, because the raptors have already found out where the last of the survivors are hiding. So they have to report that to the Alpha and the Horde. But one of the members noticed the raptors leaving. The dromaeosaurus has killed one of the raptors. The raptor runs fast as he can to report to the horde where they are hiding. The dromaeosaurus and the rest of the herd aren't fast enough to stop him, and now that they will know where they are hiding, they have to think of a plan fast to get out of this canyon. For the horde, they are making a kill successfully as usual, using the same successful strategy over and over. And now one of those scouts have finally arrived to them and report what they saw. He is saying exactly where the last survivors are hiding. And so tomorrow, the horde will make its way to the hideout of the herbivores. Another day has passed, and this time, the herd has finally bottomed themselves a plan. The herd is heading straight to the entrance that is guarded by 2 raptors. The first part of the plan is that 2 of the ankylosaurs, the ankylosaur and Euprocephalus, are standing in front of the entrance of the canyon. When one of the guards see them, they will make a loud warning call to the others. And it didn't took any longer for the whole horde to arrive to the entrance. And now, almost the whole horde are charging straight to the ankylosaurs, while 2 are still guarding the entrance. Now comes the second part of the plan. From the surprise attack by the 2 whamming herbivores, almost the whole herd is knocked out. One of the raptors noticed the others. Now the whole herd are heading straight to the entrance. Almost the whole herd has finally arrived out of the canyon. And the 2 ankylosaurs have also almost arrived out of the canyon. Except for the Euprocephalus. The Euprocephalus is surrounded by all of the raptors. With so many raptors surrounding her, she has no other choice to climb over the dangerous part of the entrance, the rock slide. It's a big risk, but at least with the tail showing at the raptors, there's nothing what they can do to him. But the alpha does not want to let him escape. The alpha has got him on the back, but both of them had to be careful though, because this could be the end of both of them. So one of them had to do something quick. The Euprocephalus is saved by the Pachycephalosaurus, but the alpha is buried by the dirt, but still has survived, but he he's injured. The Alpha cannot believe that the first time his prey has escaped him. So the Alpha commands the Horde to chase them. Some members of the Horde are staying with the Alpha for protection, while the rest are chasing the herd. It didn't take long for the herd to arrive to another canyon with a burnt up tree that acts like a bridge. The first member makes a step on the bridge. Some time has passed and most of the herd has made it over the bridge. The Ankylosaurus is the last one to get over the bridge. Now the raptors are starting to get over it too. The last member of the herd has finally made it. But the raptors are also almost there. Two of the raptors have made it over the bridge, but the others haven't made it. The herd has finally escaped from most of the horde, while two raptors are still chasing him. But this will not be the last they will see from the Alpha and its horde. And the herd has finally arrived to another broken bridge, way lower to the ground. But of course they have made it over it. The Styracosaurus breaks the bridge, so that the last two members of the horde won't follow them anymore. Now the raptors are trapped in an unfamiliar place they have never been before. One of the raptors has been killed by the ruler of the territories, Sarah. For the other raptor, he needs to make a choice, either follow them or running away. And the raptor chooses to go back to his pack. Now that the herd has finally gotten out from the canyon, they now need to find help from other allies to defeat the horde. The herd are heading to the west side of the island, and looks like they have found a new valley with a forest. Let us see in the next episode what dinosaur they might meet in this forest.